What's up, guys? More Medic One, and today we have a little 30-inch hedge trimmer on the bench, and the customer is stating that he's done some work to it. Matter of fact, I just got a handful of parts because it's not put back together. I love those. They hand you a bucket of parts and it says fix it. The customer has already supposedly rebuilt the carburetor, tuned it up, supposedly replaced the ignition coil, pretty much replaced everything that you could humanly replace, and it still won't start. So let's check this thing out. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start it and let you guys listen to what it's doing. The only thing that I can get it to do is pop, and it'll backfire through the muffler as you're trying to start it. And to me, that would mean that it could possibly have a sheared flywheel key, but we'll check that. But I have a gut feeling something else is wrong. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to start it for you guys. Switch on, cool start. It pops off. Now, the first thing that I noticed was it doesn't look like that this ignition wire is ran properly. And if you look, they have broken out this bottom cover here, because I just don't see a cutout here or a cutout here or a grommet for this ignition wire to sit in. So that is a huge red flag for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to pull the starter off of it and take a look. Let's go ahead and remove the flywheel nut. And let's take a look at the flywheel key. And it looks good. Right down in the groove where it's supposed to go. Now, this is a laminated flywheel. It is not a solid metal flywheel. And I double checked and made sure that the coil was getting sparked, but it's bugging me because the cylinder and crankcase has no leakage. The carburetor seems to be working. I can squirt a little gas into the throat of the carburetor and it still just pops and backfires through the carburetor or through the muffler. And it's got to be something ignition wise. Maybe could possibly be the wrong coil, could be a new coil that's bad. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've been working on this for about 25 minutes and it stumped me for a little while, but I know what's wrong with it. And I'm gonna show you guys how not to make this mistake whenever you're working on your own equipment. I just so happen to have the same exact brother to the unit that's on my bench. And as we can tell, this one though, it's burned up. But I was looking at the ignition coil on this machine and noticed that the wire is ran down through the spark plug hole like this instead of out here. And it dawned on me, I said, well, look there. whoever replaced this coil mounted this coil upside down on this unit over here. So let's take these two screws out. We're going to take the coil and flip it, tighten the screws back down and set our gap, and let's just see if it'll pop off and run. I'm going to give a total butt chewing if I turn this coil over and it fixes the problem. And they on there too tight too. You don't have to crush these screws, folks. Alright, just for the time being, I'm gonna unplug that. Figure out what's going on here with this spark plug wire. Alright, so we're gonna turn it over this way. I better take that spark plug out. It'd make it easier. See this little indentation? That's where that spark plug wire is supposed to rest. Just like that. Alright. Let me get these cinched down and I'll be right back with you. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate our magnet around on the flywheel. And we're going to set this coil gap to about 10 thousandths. You can just use a business card. So basically what we're going to do is just loosen up the screws. And we're going to let that coil suck down to the magnet. Give it a little push. And once you get that gap set, you can tighten down your screws. Go ahead and tighten your flywheel nut. Alright, so I'm just going to temporarily install the starter. Man, he ruined that bottom plastic piece. Just going to kind of hold down on it and make sure the switch is on. And let's just give it a pull. Something as simple as a backwards mounted coil caused all this trouble. Hey, if this content helped you out, please give me a thumbs up and smash that like button. And while you're there, click that bell to get all my new videos. And this video can pertain to just about any small engine. I've seen customers put Briggs and Stratton coils on backwards and they'll run like absolute poo-poo. They'll actually run, but they're running on off time, way bad. This is what this was. It was running so far off time that it wouldn't run. Swap the coil, your timing, your ignition timing returned. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day. More Medic One.